Come on! Let's be having you! Where are you? Get in there, everybody. How's it going? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. Sorry, I just want to scare you at the start of the stream. How are you all doing tonight? Get in there. Just a Manchester United news video for you of the evening. Just the evening's roundup, pretty much. With all the latest and greatest in regards to Manchester United. And isn't that the right word for a change? Greatest. Because we are soon becoming one of the greatest football clubs in all the land once again. Rightfully so. How are we doing all tonight, guys? Thank you very much for joining us. Do us a favour at the start of this stream and hit the like button. Get involved in the comment section as we go throughout. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. You only need to be subscribed for 1 minute to chat. Do get involved with us and let me know your thoughts on this miraculous day. I say miraculous because it is a miracle, guys. This is a miracle, though the way this has been engineered and how it's panned out. It's an absolute miracle. Let me give a few shout-outs to the start to some of the Bacon Brigade in here. Gung Shilioni, great to see you, my son. Ricardo Bofa, Joshua Asimwe, Paul Ramsey, Busy the Beast, T-Killer as well, Palash Vadne, and everybody else. Thank you very much for joining us and getting involved. We've actually got a super chat right at the start of the stream from none other than Mr. Don Gungshilioni. And Don Gungshilioni, what do you have to say? This is what he has to say. He says, the pulsating sensation in my loins can only mean one thing. That could mean several things. But Cristiano Ronaldo has finally come back to Manchester United. Welcome home, CR7, the GOAT, and Love Hearts. Get in there, my son. Gungshi, thank you so much for the super chat of pure nothing but pure positive vibes there, sir. Thank you so much. Let's get some love hearts in the live chat. You're so right. This is the homecoming of a GOAT. This is the GOAT coming home. It's the GOAT coming home. It's amazing. Travis, thank you very much for the £2 super chat right at the start of the stream as well, you legend. Get in there. You're right about that, Claude Bannister. This is the best news ever. Right, let me get into the news then. So right, lads and lasses, so it's actually understood that George Mendes tried all summer long to get Ronaldo to United, but executives did not bite for the fear of Juventus not wanting to sell him. But obviously, in the wake of the last week of action where Cristiano Ronaldo has refused to play for Juventus and made it very apparent that he wanted to get his future wrapped up and leave the football club, this is where Manchester United have had their interest peaked, basically. It's understood that the current squad of players are absolutely ecstatic to get Cristiano Ronaldo into the side, as you would be. He's literally the GOAT, as we've discussed, one of the best players around. And I'm sure most of the players, if not all of the players, will be absolutely buzzing about the arrival of arguably the greatest player of all time as their focal point in attack. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, really. Yes, he's old. Yes, he's getting older, but he's still in peak physical condition, the guy. And if he looks after himself, he can play on for years, guys. He can play on for years. So right now, it's understood that this is reported by The Athletic just about 20 minutes ago or so, that Cristiano Ronaldo is completing his medical in Lisbon and joining up with the Portugal national team, as there's not enough time to complete the paperwork for the game against Wolves anyway. So he will be meeting up with the Portuguese national team. And then, of course, after the internationals, then there will be the opportunity for United to be unveiled at United. And you know what? You know that pop in the stadium that Rafael Varane got when he was announced before the game the other day, and he's gone into the centre circle, and there was that huge, almighty roar from Old Trafford to celebrate the signing of Rafael Varane. Well, let's just turn that up to 11 the next time that you see Cristiano Ronaldo at Old Trafford. Let's turn that up to 11. It's going to be an almighty noise, I'll tell you that much. I'm looking forward to seeing that pop, because that is going to be a serious pop of noise right there. Yeah, that's right, Palash Van Der The Ronaldo signing does not necessarily mean that United have finished trading either. This is the thing. It really does depend on some other business that we do. Several players are on the chopping block now for United because of the arrival of Ronaldo. United are going to have to perhaps recoup some money and investment that we had this window by selling a couple of other players. The club are going to have to slim down on our wages and get a few players, out of the football club. There is some talk of, the likely candidates. Martial is on the lips of many as to maybe leaving the football club. We talked about that at length in terms of being a good candidate for leaving because he's cluttering up the forward positions at the top and he's on a heck of a lot of money. But certainly United should be looking at getting other players in, guys. There's still links with Kieran Trippier at right back. Obviously, Diogo Dalot is a target for Dortmund and potentially Milan. He may be going out this window. Well, we're not going to be left with just Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back, I don't think. So it looks likely that we will go and try and get Kieran Trippier before the window closes. But what I really want to see is United go out there and bring in a midfielder. We'll talk about that a bit later on. But for now, I want to talk about this. According to multiple sources, Sir Alex Ferguson played a major role in the 24 hours leading up to this Cristiano Ronaldo transfer, basically phoning Ronaldo and using his good relationship with George Mendes to help United. Come on, get in there, Fergie. Speaking of GOATs, how about the main man, the GOAT of managers, Mr. Sir Alex Ferguson, doing his part in this one? You cannot make it up, can you? What a sensational bit of business this is all round from everybody involved. Solskjaer as well had a hand in this. You know that. He said himself earlier on in the media briefing that, he's played with the fellow. He played with the fellow. Their careers just about overlapped, and he coached the guy a little bit as well in his younger years. So definitely has a good relationship with Cristiano Ronaldo. Mets Gaming says, what does see mean? I don't know. I think it means yes. I think it's just see. But for some reason, it sounds like he says Sue. Am I wrong or right? Let me know. I think it just means yes, but it's supposed to be like si senor. But it's Sue. I don't really get it either. Could you imagine if you just did it in English though? If you just went and did that, imagine if he changes it for the Premier League audience. He just goes up to the corner flag after scoring a goal and just goes, yes. I mean, that's a little bit. I don't know about that one. Anyway, G Wolf United, thank you for the £2 super chat. He says, I was premature last night. Welcome home, CR7. Well, I hope you were premature in your thoughts and feelings towards Cristiano Ronaldo instead of premature at something else, G Wolf. But you know what? You're not the only one. I had my certain level of disdain for Cristiano Ronaldo from that news that came out yesterday that he was being offered to Manchester City. It's natural. It's only natural to be disgusted at that sort of news, and it seemed like that was the direction it was going in. Thankfully for us, our owners and our board and everybody involved at Manchester United grew a pair of bollocks, and we actually realised, wow, we can't let City go and get this player who's going to just boost them in every single possible avenue. We need to make sure that we get this guy. And not only that, it's only very occasionally that a player like Ronaldo's available. And just to give the fans something right now after being such shithouse owners, it's the very least that they could do. Thank you, G-Wolf, for the super chat. Let's get some watermelon sugar highs in there right at the start of this stream. So yeah, I'm going to ask you a question though, lads and lasses, right now in the live chat. I want you to answer me with your honest answer. Before I do that, actually, let me just read this super chat out as well from Mr. Martin C. Thank you for the €2 super chat. He says, Viva Ronaldo, the goat has come home. What noise does a goat make? I don't know. It's kind of like, anyway, never mind. The goat has come home, Martin C. Let's get those goat emojis in there. Come on. But what I was going to ask you in the live chat, guys, was this. How many players do you think Manchester United signed now between the end of the window? Well, now and the end of the window. So we've got Ronaldo in. So let's just assume, obviously that's done and dusted. We've got Sancho, we've got Varane, we've got Tom Heaton. How many players do we sign between now and the end of the window? So 0, 1, or 2 is probably the most realistic, right? I don't think anybody's expecting Manchester United to sign any more than that. There's a very good chance we don't get any because this is quite a summer of investment so far. Ronaldo's not a cheap player, even if his initial transfer is not the highest. It's because of all the rest of the business, the agent fees, the wages, the structure, all that kind of thing. It's all quite expensive. And of course, Varane and Sancho were ridiculously expensive as well. But I'm still holding out hope that we're going to do some business. I honestly think that we mean business this year. Maybe it is part of their PR schmooze to try and win over the fan base again. But hey, if it gets these players through the door, then what do we care? We just want as fans to have a great team out there on the pitch. And of course, everything to be run properly behind the scenes, which they're not doing, and to get us out of debt. But certainly it's a step in the right direction to have a big summer like this one to really try and get the fan base back on board. So there's a common theme that I'm seeing in the live chat here from everybody. Most people think that we are going to sign one more player. So that's looking good, guys. I'm with you on that one. I think if you look at the strong possibilities of us doing business, I think we'll definitely get one more in. Only reason I say that, it's looking quite likely that Dalot's going. I think at the very least we'll probably sign Kieran Trippier or something along those lines. In terms of the midfield area, it's a little bit more of a conundrum because there's so many players that United are linked to. They're all varying in different sort of ages and valuations as well. You know, you've got your Declan Rices where there's quite a strong link because of the Jesse Lingard connection as well. And he's a player that we're looking to get out. But he's really expensive and we're probably not going to go in for him as well unless we sell a bunch of players. Then there's somebody a bit cheap like Yves Bissouma or Ruben Neves who's somewhere, you know, in the middle of that valuation. So I'd be happy with any of them, really. I said earlier on, though, that because we signed Cristiano Ronaldo, the player that I would like to see us most bring in now in this window would actually be Ruben Neves, because I think that he is a young player. He's 23 or 24. He's a Portuguese international. He's going to be playing with Ronaldo. He's got that Portuguese vibe, and he's proven in the Premier League, and he's a great pass master and can control a game of football. That's exactly what we're missing at the moment in the midfield. Neves or Camavinga, says It's Marley Gamers. That's a very good question. I mean, I will ask you that in the live chat, really, guys. I mean, who's your midfield, who's your player that you would sign in the midfield area for Manchester United if you can only sign one? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Camavinga will come, says Evo Hawk. Yeah, I could see that happening too. He's a very cheap player. He's only got literally less than a year on his contract. His contract ends at Stade Rennes in the summer 2022. He's valued at around about 20 to 30 million at this moment in time, simply because of that contract length. And he's only 18 as well. But he's probably ready, even though he's only 18, he is probably ready to take the step up to a top club based on what I've seen from him. You know, he is already in the France setup at 18. He's like a prodigy, this kid. He might not be just ready just yet to be like a week in, week out starter for Manchester United, but certainly can come in and bolster our midfield options. But actually, I would like to see us go and get somebody more experienced than that. No disrespect, I think he's a great one and we should try and get him for the future, definitely. But I'd rather see us go and get a Neves or a Saul, because that really does mean business. Like, sorry to say, unless Camavinga really does turn out to be amazing in this first season as an 18-year-old, then we're probably still going to be just as stretched in that midfield area. And I think we would definitely have much more chance of challenging for the title if we had a proper quality central midfielder, particularly a CDM or somebody who can play like a Michael Carrick deep line playmaker role for United and not panic, but spray the ball around and create play as well as, you know, win it back for us when needed and just be a cool customer on the ball. Better than Messi, says It's Marley Gamers. I feel you on that one, sir. I've always thought that Ronaldo shades it just for me. I think he's slightly better just because I think his physical prowess, his ability in the air, you know, he can bang a 40-yard screamer in. He's got the whole different facet of different abilities. And you could probably chuck him in Stockport County and he's still going to tear them forward and tear the opposition up. Ian77900, thank you very much for the super chat here from Canada, sir. He says, Viva Ronaldo, running down the wing. United sing, Viva Ronaldo. Those City wanks are quiet now. Ian, thank you so much, mate. They really are, mate. They really are pretty quiet, aren't they, those City wanks? It has to be said. I haven't heard much from them apart from, oh, he's too old anyway. Oh, he's over the hill. He's past it. Oh, cry. You know they blatantly wanted him. Of course, Baldy Pep would have been after the best player in the world if he was feasibly available. The problem is for Pep and City is that, unfortunately for them, as soon as United come a-knocking, Cristiano Ronaldo comes a-rocking. I don't know, but that's what happens because Pep and City knew as soon as United entered the fray, that's game over for them. There's no way Ronaldo's going to be signing for anybody else. Hey guys, we've hit 100 likes on the stream. There's nearly 300 of you in here. Thank you so much everyone for joining us. I'm sure you're all just as buzzing as I am. So get your thoughts and reaction in, please do. I want to hear from you wherever you're watching from around the world. Also do us a massive favour and twat that thumbs up. Let's see if we can get 150. And yeah. Let's do this. Island Boy says, is it normal crying during a transfer window? This is amazing. I don't know if my brother was being honest earlier, but he said he was at work at America in a bank, and he said when he found out the news that Ronaldo would be playing at Manchester United, he said that he shed a tear at his desk. I mean, smash a 2 in the live chat if you've had a cry today. There's some boyhood dreams that are being realised in this transfer window for Manchester United, definitely. This is a homecoming. This is a homecoming for a player that we've all supported and loved for years. Exactly. King Glamini comments and says, CR7, the king is back. Ronaldo at United, oh, he's too old. Yeah, that's the narrative from the City fans and all the other players around. He wasn't too old last season, though, just the season just gone in Serie A. If you look at what he did in Serie A, I mean, let me just get you his statistics up. So, in fact, let me just tell you this. Serie A goal scorers 2020/2021 season. I already know the answer to this, but I just want to tell you. So, Italian Serie A top goal scorers in 2020/21. That's last season. It wasn't Lukaku. No, he finished in second place with 24 goals. Obviously, his Inter side did do absolute bits over in Serie A. Fair play to him. So they got the last laugh. But yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo, the main man up top there, just happened to score 29 goals in Serie A last season. You know, just a casual 29. One short of 30 at 36 years of age. Scoring more goals than 5 more than Lukaku, 7 more than Luis Muriel, 9 more than Immobile, 10 more than Insigne. You know what I mean? 12 more than Lautaro Martinez. You know, the list goes on. He finished first in Serie A in terms of goal scorers. So I don't really respect that argument that he's over the hill. I think Lukaku would do a great job. Actually, now he's lost that bit of extra husk that he had, mate. I know he had a bowel issue or whatever, a stomach issue that was keeping him a little bit on the bloaty side. But since they sorted that out, he seems a much better player. But I think that out of the choice of him, let's be honest, Ronaldo's 10 times the player that Romelu Lukaku is, even at 36 years of age. So have we gone and got Serie A's best player? I mean, yeah, we have. We've literally gone and got Serie A's best player and one of the world's best players. So we've done a fantastic job here. Let me just give you some other stats which are notable here, right? So his goal, I want to tell you this as well, his goal per game ratio is the best in the league also, unless you go down to Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who actually scored 15 in 18 for AC Milan did Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Fair play to that. So his goal ratio, goals to games ratio is better, but Ronaldo's 0.9 goals per game. That was his average in Serie A last season. So he's still worth a goal a game in Serie A. I'm not suggesting that he's going to go and match those numbers in the Premier League, because the Premier League is a harder league. It's a more physical league. It's a more competitive league. There's more teams that can win it. It's an overall better quality league, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. So I don't think Ronaldo will get 29 goals, but I think he'll get 20 odd goals. I think he'll definitely get in the 20s this season, especially if he is given the focal point in that United side and he stays fit all season long, which, you know, he is a physical specimen, so I'm hoping he can do. But there you go. I mean, that is pretty impressive, guys. 29 goals in Serie A last season. I don't think we need to worry about getting a dodgy player here, guys. We've all watched this guy's career for club and country for a couple of decades nearly, and he's always impressed me to the point where I just think, wow, what a legend. Whether it's dragging Portugal forward or when he was at United or the things he's done at Madrid and since, the guy's just an absolute jaw dropper. So yeah, it's a bit of a coup for United, this one. Hey, thank you, Culture Soldier Gear. How you going there, bro? Great to see you, my fella. How are you feeling about this one? G-Will says he wasn't too old last night, was it? You saying 7 hours later he's too old. Go fuck yourself, City fans. You just got done. You just got done again, so kiss CR7's ass. Goodbye. There you go, G-Wolf. That's exactly it, mate. They've lost out on a fantastic player. It does pose the question, who do they go and sign now, though? Shamir Qureshi says 29 goals in Syria. Legend. Serie A. Serie A. Is Saul around too? Okay, let's talk about this then, Dave. So as we've discussed, a lot of you think we'll sign one more player. I personally do think we'll sign one more player too. The one player I think we're most likely to sign probably is Trippier though. But the player that we most need to sign, in my opinion, is Saul. And if not Saul, then Ruben Neves would be absolutely brilliant as well. In fact, now Ronaldo's come, I think even Ruben Neves probably makes the most sense because of that Portugal's vibe there. So I'd go Ruben Neves and I'd get him in ASAP. What are we waiting for? We've obviously got to do a bit of business though to get some players out. Although I want to tell you this, guys. Where's Zayn Miyassi? Where is Zayn Miyassi, by the way? I don't know if you guys have noticed, but since this has all come out, I haven't heard a peep from Zayn Miyassi, mate. He's crying under a coffee table, mate, honestly. Where is he? But I wanted to just share this with you because this is quite fun to know. So this is United's transfer window this season, and it is a very, very good window so far. We might still do a bit of business, but let me just tell you this. Manchester United have spent less money on Sancho, Varane and Ronaldo than Arsenal have spent on White, Odegaard, Ramsdale, Sambi and Tavares. That is fucking hilarious, isn't it? Oh my goodness me. We've literally got few of the best players in the world for less money than what Arsenal have got a complete band of merry melters for. It's fucking brilliant. It's absolutely fucking brilliant. But anyway, obviously there are some other costs and stuff involved. The initial upfront cost is, but that is the case for the initial upfront cost. I mean, obviously, look, Ronaldo's wages are a lot, yada, 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 all the rest of it. But the initial upfront cost, that is pathetic from Arsenal, isn't it? Who the fuck is Tavares? Precisely. Okay then, guys, so let me just get into the rest of it, then I'll get back into the comment section. So just because we signed Ronaldo, it does not necessarily mean that we're done with business in the window. We could be bringing in a midfielder. Trippier is also on the agenda. Definitely a reception coming for Cristiano Ronaldo when he is unveiled at Manchester United eventually. So he will be announced by Manchester United very, very soon in terms of medical completions and things like that. He's already been announced. He's already been announced by Manchester United, but obviously just finalisations, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, exchanging the paperwork, etc. It's going to be a little while. So we've heard that it's probably going to be after internationals because he's not going to be in time for the Wolves game anyway. And also we have some info here to suggest that he will be given the number 9 role. We assumed that anyway, the out-and-out striker role. That makes perfect sense. Fabrizio Romano came out earlier on and just said that Edinson Cavani is absolutely not considering to leave Manchester United at this moment in time after Cristiano Ronaldo signing. He says, and also he said the club are 100% convinced to keep him. So it doesn't look like Cavani's going anywhere. Also, he said Paul Pogba is also staying, and he's never been involved in any proposals to Juventus. So there was no talk of an exchange or any business with that at all. So Pogba's staying by all accounts at this moment in time, just needs to sign a new contract. And as we understand it, Cavani, happy at the club, doesn't want to go anywhere. We could have some really top quality players up front if we get rid of Tony Martial, really. I mean, we've got quality up there now, but there's not a place for Tony, is there? You don't need 4 top quality strikers in this modern day. It's not like back in the day when you're playing the 4-4-2 under Sir Alex Ferguson or whatever, where you could do with four strikers. It's not like that anymore. That's too many for that one position really at the top. So, yeah, I think it is a matter of time before Martial falls by the wayside if we try and find a new club for him. That could be happening. We've got a letter here from Cristiano Ronaldo, by the way, which is his farewell to Juventus fans. He just said, today I depart from an amazing club, the biggest in Italy, and surely one of the biggest in all of Europe. I gave my heart and soul for Juventus, and I'll always love the city of Turin until my final days. Why did you want to leave then? He was throwing his toys at the pram. I don't want to play here anymore. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, he says, always respected me, and I try to thank that respect by fighting for them in every game, every season, every competition. In the end, we can all look back and realise that we achieved great things, not all that we wanted, but still, we wrote a pretty beautiful story together. I'll always be one of you. You are now part of my history, as I feel that I am part of yours. Italy, Juve, Turin, Tifosi Bianconeri, you'll always be in my heart. There's the letter from Cristiano Ronaldo, guys. Pretty touching stuff. One thing I did want to mention about actually is this. So pretty much what had happened, it's understood that Bruno Fernandes did indeed have a big part in this. Charm offensive late on Thursday evening with Bruno Fernandes calling Ronaldo as the initiation of this whole thing. So we've got a lot to thank Mr. Bruno Fernandes for. Agent Bruno. Let's get some love hearts in there and some Bruno Fernandes emojis in there, because this guy is just doing bits on and off the pitch for Manchester United. Also, the Telegraph reporting that former teammates Rio Ferdinand contacted Ronaldo, and in those conversations was a mixture of playing on his emotions and also sharply reminding him of his amazing legacy at Old Trafford would be damaged if he joined the noisy neighbours.
Get in there, my son.
Hey, Jared Strider. Thank you very much, Jared Strider, for subscribing to the channel. And Danny Sills, and Reboot Jerome, and George Bryan, and everybody else as well. If you're new to the channel, do us a big favour. Hit that subscribe button. It's free to do so. Get involved. You can actually chat in the live chat with everybody here if you've been subscribed for 1 minute. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe, get involved. We want to hear from you. Also, hit the thumbs up on the video, and let's be having you. So it's just an all-round amazing piece of business by all involved at United, whether it's Solskjaer, you have to say the owners have obviously backed us on this one. They've also, the board have done a great job. The recruitment team have done a fantastic job here, of course. Cristiano Ronaldo's agent, George Mendes, has done a fantastic job here. And we've pied City off in the process. This is actually better than if we'd have just gone and quietly signed Ronaldo. This is actually better. The fact that there was this big link to City, they got all their hopes up, they were going to rub it in United's fans' faces, they were probably getting ready to put that big welcome to Manchester fucking billboard up again, and then guess what? He ain't coming to you. He's coming home instead. So I think it's just a masterstroke. It's better than if we'd have just gone and got him anyway. Not going to lie, I would clap the board if I saw them, says Peter Coveney. Well, a couple of people not too happy about me giving any praise to the Glazers or the owners or anything earlier on. But I have to say, like I said, they've shown intent, they've shown ambition. Maybe it is all just a PR spin, and it is all just to appease the fan base after them trying to lead us down the garden path in the Super League. And that's true, and they still got us in 100 minutes of debt, and I still hate the Glazers, and hashtag Glazers out, green and gold until the club is sold. But credit where credit's due, they've just overseen a masterstroke of business this summer. It's as simple as that. Sancho, okay, it was last year's signing, but we got him. Varane, cheap deal in his prime, brilliant. Ronaldo, peanuts for an absolute legend. It doesn't really get much better than this, so I have to give them credit. And yeah, I will buy a Ronaldo shirt because I fucking love Ronaldo, and I want a Man United shirt, the away blue one, please. And I haven't bought a United shirt for years, and for some reason I just feel like invested in this because they have actually shown ambition, and it's something that I can get behind for a change. I'm not happy with what they've done at this club up to this point. This doesn't undo any of that, just to be clear. But just because I buy a fucking Ronaldo shirt, in this instance, it doesn't actually, it doesn't actually mean that I support the cause. It just means that I'm so buzzed up for Cristiano Ronaldo that I'm willing on this occasion to give them my hard-earned money in order for them to have spend it wisely, basically. That is what I'm suggesting with that. So there's a few people who are not too happy about my take on that earlier, but you know what? That's me, that's my opinion, that's all I can give you. And you know me, I haven't bought any of that shite for years, and I'm not going to make a habit of it, but certainly on this occasion, I've got to get me that CR7 shirt. Or is it going to be CR7? And lots of reports coming out saying that because the league registration of the numbers is already done, it can't be changed during the season, right? I think that's the latest stance, actually. Oh, hang on, we've got an update here from Matty Rushmano, sorry. We have an update on Dallo here, guys, actually. Wait a second here. So Fabrizio Romano's given us an update. Thank you very much. Rushy, we've got breaking news here in regards to Dallo. Oh no, it's not breaking actually, hang on. But still, Manchester United will only consider permanent deal / loan with an obligation to buy proposals for Diogo Dallo. So they are actually looking for a loan with an obligation to buy deal. This was Manchester United's answer after clubs showing interest in the last hours. Let's see what happens now. So there we have it. Yeah, definitely big interest from teams like Borussia Dortmund and Milan for Diogo Dallo. We could be seeing Kieran Trippier come in. I think that'd be great. You know what, though, in a way, doesn't it make a little bit of sense now for United to just keep Dallo? Not being funny, but he could be a decent backup for Wan-Bissaka as just a backup or an attacking option. He's also Portuguese. Not that Ronaldo really needs any help with that. I mean, he's very multicultural. He speaks many languages. But even so, it's still nice to have a couple of fellow Portugueses around. And also, there's not that many, I don't know, I mean, I'm not bothered about Trippier. I'm just going to say that right now. I would like us to sign Trippier. I think it would give us better depth at right back there. Wan-Bissaka is obviously a star. He's a beast at right back. He's a defensive menace, a colossus, in fact. We don't really need anybody other than him. But it definitely would help us to have somebody different, like Trippier, who's more of an attack-minded player, who's better on the ball, great set pieces, free kicks, corners, all of that. That is great, and it would just give us more depth, and not only depth, but competition for places, and that would therefore make us better. Look at Luke Shaw when Alex Tellers came in, how much of an improvement he's had as a left-back when Tellers was breathing down his neck. I think maybe that had a good bit to do with it. So there's nothing bad about competition whatsoever. Nothing bad about competition whatsoever. Diogo Dallo, at this moment in time, though, if we were to keep him and instead of signing Trippier, just sign a midfielder, I would have thought that probably makes a lot more sense. The only thing I would say is if they were to sign Trippier, then I suppose they could still sign another midfielder. It really does depend on the business that they do in terms of outgoings. Over 400 of you watching, guys. Smash a rating in the live chat on a scale of 1 to 69 about how buzzed up you are for this Cristiano Ronaldo signing. Hang on a second. Have I just missed a super chat? Give me a moment, guys. Yes, I have. Sorry. Right, let's read this. Oz, how you doing there, Oz? Good to see you, mate. He says, if we can get Neves or Sal Niguez, is this the greatest transfer window in United history? Yes, I think so. I think it's close to being up there already, but because we haven't quite addressed the problem area of the midfield, it can't be a perfect window. But I agree with you, Oz. Well, actually, you're just asking, but I would actually say that if we did get Sal or Ruben Neves or somebody in the central midfield, one of these players that we're all hyped about and that we really want to see come, then yeah, that would be a perfect window. I don't see how you could get any better than that. Tom Heaton, what a star. Just joking, but we got Tom Heaton in. Cristiano Ronaldo is literally the signing that we've all dreamt of for years. And then Sancho is the new future star. And of course, Varane plugging that centre-back problem area for us. It's a dream already. But if we got a centre midfielder in there, I mean, it would truly be a perfect 10 window, I think. Sal, Ruben Neves, even Declan Rice, Basuma, any of those guys. If you just got one of those players on top of what we've already signed, it's the perfect window. I'm with you on that one. Thank you very much, Oz, for the super chat there, fella. Get in. George Bryan. Hello, George Bryan. He says, hey, will Martial go? I'm hearing some reports of sources that Martial probably will be on, the sell list. It makes sense, doesn't it? Think about it. Maybe not immediately, because Rashford is out for a little while and maybe Martial could play in a wider position. But in the long term, and maybe even this summer, I think Martial could be found a new home, yeah. He's not consistent enough. He's on too much money. He's also just the worst out of all the attacking players we've got at number 9. He's 4th in the pecking order, if you ask me. Even 19-year-old Mason Greenwood's better than him, in my opinion, in that position, definitely. So yeah, what's he going to do? What's Tony to do? There is a few destinations that spring to mind with Tony Martial in mind. I mean, you look at somewhere where he could get good level European football. There is quite a few clubs, that are crying out for some decent players right now. I don't know. I mean, look, Dortmund are going to have to get a replacement for Haaland at some point. Atletico Madrid, maybe. I mean, Juventus right now, they're just going to lose Ronaldo. There's a few possible places, and I'm sure there would be some clubs that are interested in him. I'm sure there would be some clubs. Probably number 28 for Ronaldo, says Lynette Giggs. Okay, I do wonder what number he will get. I really do not wonder what number he will get. What number do you think he'll get, guys? I wonder if we'll hear anything during this show, if there's any more information coming out about that. Hello there, Ice Queen Gaming. How are you doing? Good to see you, one of the channel member legends. What's happening? KK comments in here. I love your avatar there, KK, with the number 7 Cristiano Ronaldo in a Manchester United shirt. Come on! Oh, absolutely buzzing as well, KK. He says, we are the greatest club in the world. Don't forget it, people. Don't forget it. Just a few years of mediocrity doesn't undo a history and a rich tradition. Just remember that, guys. These new money clubs, Chelsea and City, with what they've done over the last few years, yeah, big work. You got to sustain it. We've been a greatly supported club for, over 100 years, really. And this is a special football club with a special history. And certainly we will be back to the top. We are getting there. I think that if you analyse who we've signed this summer, though, Solskjaer has to win the league now. So it's gone from, let's have a title challenge. My opinion in my league table at the prediction at the start of the season was we'll probably finish second. And as long as we progressed and challenged for the title and maybe closed the gap a little bit more, that would be progress and I'd have been okay with that. Well, he's got Ronaldo in now as well. So he kind of has to win the league. Where do you think Manchester United are going to finish, guys, in the league? Have your say in the live chat. Let me know. KK, thank you very much for that super chat there, fella. I appreciate you, man. Herman Chambers says we still need a CDM. Spot on. Yeah. They're coming. We're going to do the business. We're going to do some work on it, guys. I'm not bothered. I'm not worried. We're going to sign a central defensive midfielder. Saul is the best, says Pablo. Saul is a player we're interested in. Chelsea are also interested in. What's good about Saul? It's understood that Atletico Madrid would consider taking a loan with an option to buy deal on Saul. So it means that you could essentially get Saul, pay his wages and give them a small nominal fee up front. And then you have an option later at the end of the loan term to sign him at a set pre-arranged amount. So that is an ideal situation for Manchester United because we've just spent quite a lot of money. I think that we're going to probably have to sell players in order to buy players out right now because we have spent a fair bit of money. But that could actually work out brilliantly. That is what the understanding is in regards to Sal at Atletico, so it could happen. First says BXB prediction. Fourth says Finley. You think we're going to finish fourth, Finley? You what? We've got Cristiano Ronaldo, the GOAT, coming the team, mate. He's going to fire us to the title helping. Declan K says first. Ricardo says first. NTZ VTI says second. Third without a CDM. With a CDM, maybe second, maybe third. Fair enough, get beamed. I mean, that is a problem for us. You can't get away from McFred in the middle of the park. You know, the problem with McFred is they've got no substance to them. They're kind of like they sound like a McDonald's sandwich, and they kind of are like a McDonald's burger or something. They kind of got no substance, mate. They're artificial, you know? And they've ran out of milkshake as well. Anyway, Portuguese vibe says the K Cadet. Yeah, bit of Neves action. I'm going to ask you guys in a poll, actually. So let's just ask you a question right now. So we've got Ronaldo, we've got Sancho, we've got Varane, we've got Heaton. Who would you like United to sign in midfield? I'm going to ask you that. And the options are going to be Neves. They're going to be Sal. I'm going to put, let's say, Declan Rice in there. And then, who else is an option? Bissouma, maybe? Bissouma, maybe? Realistic options. There's probably somebody else I'm forgetting here as well. Yeah, but let's go with that. Neves, Sal, Rice, or Bissouma. Who would you like United to sign in midfield? I'm going to ask the community now. Please do have a little vote on the poll in the live chat. I'm going to have a vote myself. And actually, I'm going to vote for Neves because I think Neves, with the Portuguese vibe with Ronaldo and the proven Premier League experience, could just slot right into United and do us really, really well. Griffo Chaz comments, Neves is the best option. Premier League proven, no quarantine, right age, Portugal link with Ronaldo and Fernandes, probably the cheaper option too. Very, very good point there, Griffo Chance. That's such a good point. Yeah, in terms of valuation, what we're saying, 40 million quid for Ruben Neves. I don't think you'd have to stump up a huge amount in order to do so. This is what I wanted to talk to you about, guys, actually. So, you know, in regards to the amount of time for the turnaround with Ronaldo, well, we think there's going to be maybe a similar sort of time with the Rafael Varane situation. Do you remember when Rafael Varane was announced? And we were all like, why the hell is this taking so long after it's been announced? It's because there's a lot of information to sort out and also procedures to follow and COVID restrictions and quarantines and all this kind of stuff, visas, all that kind of stuff. So in terms of actually Ronaldo being cleared to come and play for United right now, I think the situation is going to be similar myself. So I think it will be, you know, it'll be after the internationals essentially. It will be, there'll be like an 11-day period where, you know, he has to finish everything in terms of the paperwork, there's visas, there's travel, all of that to sort out. It took quite a long time with Rafael Varane. So potentially the same sort of situation going on with Ronaldo. Crikey, mate. Glock Gamer, hello, how are you doing? He says, how do you think we'll play the team? So if we're going with a 4-2-3-1, which seems to be what Solskjaer likes, he likes to play that double pivot. I don't like that. I'd rather we played with just one really beast holding midfielder like an N'Golo Kante type to free up the rest of the team and play a different formation. But seeing as he likes 4-2-3-1, I think the best team that we could play currently as is, without signing a new midfielder, would be Luke Shaw, Maguire, Varane, Wan-Bissaka, Matic and Pogba, probably. I don't rate McFred at all really that highly. But I sincerely hope we get Ruben Neves or somebody else to improve that area. And then I would say it's got to be Rashford on the left. It's got to be Bruno in the CAM role in the hole. Sancho on the right. And of course, Mr. Cristiano Ronaldo up top. Now, there will be an element of rotation. There's so many different games to play throughout a season. We know that players like Cavani are going to be featuring a fair bit. We also know that he's going to have to be managed throughout the season. So he's not going to play all the games. Ronaldo could play a lot of games, but again, at his age, they'll probably manage him a little bit more smartly. So I don't know if they're going to be playing week in, week out Ronaldo, but certainly think it's going to be a great forward line, whichever team you put out. Whether it is, you know, Sancho and Ronaldo and Rashford, or whether it's something else like Dan James? No. Not Dan James. I don't know, whatever. Cavani, Ronaldo up top there with with Bruno in behind or whatever. Who knows? I'm just saying, whichever combination of players you go for, it's going to be a fantastic team and a fantastic forward line. We've got some information on Sal just come through. Thank you very much for the update here, Rashimano. So we have a source to say that Sal is not impossible, but basically it depends really on what he's got to do and what he wants to do, and also on the rest of the squad in terms of who we get rid of. So we have to get rid of somebody, don't we, in that midfield? It's kind of clogged up as it is. I mean, Donny van der Beek cannot get a game in this midfield. So if Donny can't get a game, that means there is a problem in terms of having too many players in there who are kind of not good enough. So there's McTominay, there's Fred, there's Matic, there's Donny. One of them has to go if we're going to sign a new midfielder, surely. I don't know really who would be the best person to move on. I know that Matic probably would be saleable. Just phone up Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho, buy him off. No dramas. Definitely. He'll have him back at Roma. Yeah, go for it. There's other players, other teams that might be interested in Fred, I suppose. I mean, I don't know, but I wouldn't be opposed to selling any of those midfielders if it meant that we could sign somebody like a Saul or a Ruben Neves before this window closed. It might seem a bit extreme, a lot of chopping and changing going on, but I think it's necessary. I think if you look at our midfield, that's the area that we're lacking in, and that's what's going to kick us in the bollocks come the end of the season. Big God Bob, how you going there, mate? He says with a £2 super chat, I've died and gone to CR7 heaven. Oil Money FC. Let's all have a little cheeky laugh at Oil Money FC. Thank you, Big God Bob, mate. Yeah, I know. Do you know what's funny? What I loved earlier, because a lot of people watch this channel from all around the world. There is a global audience. In fact, let us know where you're watching the channel from, lads and lasses. Where you're watching from in the world. But because it's a global audience, they had a lot of people who'd seen my Ronaldo video earlier after just waking up. And then they come and comment and they're like, what the fuck? Like it must be just... Last night they went to bed thinking that Cristiano Ronaldo was going to sign for Manchester City today. And they wake up today and he's already a red. Can you imagine waking up and finding that out? That must have been a trip. At least I was on the video at least I was on the video ready, awake when it was happening. Yes, absolutely, Rushmano. So there you go. Sal could potentially be coming. Let's hope that there is some hope for United. Sal or Ruben Neves or somebody in that midfield position. Zimbabwe, says Claude Bannister. That's sensational. Watching from Northern Ireland, says Chris Burns. Wonderful technician and a fine man. I don't know what that was. Sorry. Pig's Basement, says Griffo Chaz. Dublin, says Karen Kennedy. Yeah, lots of people all around the gaff. Cardiff, brilliant stuff. We've got BXB predictions. Yeah, nice one. You're from the Netherlands, says Dave. Trinidad, says J. Marley Caleb. Kells is from outer space, maybe. Is that Kells? I don't know. Either way, it's a global audience. There's a lot of people who were waking up earlier who'd seen that news and were like, what the hell? Could you imagine waking up and seeing that? It's amazing. Yes, Guess Vivo, CR7 is the GOAT. Ryan Mark Williams is watching from South Africa. Feeling those vibes from all around the world, guys. Cristiano Ronaldo is a red. Wherever you're watching from, whatever country you're from, you've got to be happy about that, even if you're not a United fan. The only people I think would be really unhappy about this, really, I guess City and Liverpool fans, but even neutrals or even some of our rivals. I've had Tottenham fans come and say nice. I've had Chelsea fans come and say, oh, nice one about Ronaldo signing. So I think most people are just excited to see him play in the Premier League again. Most neutrals are going to be really excited about this one. Birmingham, England, says Vincent Bullock. San Marino, says Rushmano. Beautiful stuff. South Africa, says Glock Gamer. Get in there. I'm up Norfolk right now near Great Yarmouth, says G Wolf United. I respect, son. West Brom, says Big God Bob. Hey, thank you very much there, Aaron Homeyard. He's put a link to the channel membership. I'll pin that at the top. Thank you very much, dude. I'm feeling good, Marty Malcolm, and I'm a little bit tired, actually, man. I am a little bit tired, but I'm just feeling amazingly buzzed up. It's taking it out of me today, guys. Oh, I'm going to die. Oh my goodness me. No, it's taken it out of me today, guys. This news has just been insane. I don't know. It's been an emotional roller coaster the last 24 hours, and this has just been like a mangasm of pure ecstasy. And even though it's a positive thing, I don't know, it's just emotionally draining. Griffo's off to celebrate some more. Remember this moment and how you feel tonight, Reds, because this feeling doesn't happen often. Take it in. Drink it in. You're so right, Griffo Chaz. Great words from a great man there, sir. Yeah, I'm tired too. The adrenaline is getting through me, says Danny Atkins. Hey, thank you, Rusky, for subscribing to the channel. Much love. Planet Kerala is in Nepal. That's awesome. Great out. Great to see you in from Nepal. Noah Marshall, steady on, son. We've all had a mangasm of sorts, though, over this news. Batman Night fan says, my mates who are Arsenal fans, they're happy to see him back. Ronaldo is the GOAT, they say. That's what I'm saying. A lot of neutrals will share that opinion as well, because it is amazing. It's amazing to see the guy return, isn't it? Andreas Hansen, what's going on, sir? With a 50 knock super chat, another Norwegian legend getting in there. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer represent. He says, which number will Cristiano Ronaldo have? Can't change mid-season. FA rules. Greetings from Norway. Yes, I mentioned that a bit earlier on, actually. So, as it is, I believe that's right. I believe that you cannot have changes to the squad numbers throughout the season, and we've already submitted them. So you're right, Andreas Hansen. As far as I'm aware, that's true. I really do wonder. I think 77. Guys, if you had to have a guess, what number do you think Ronaldo's going to get? They might give him a completely random one, I suppose, or one that adds up to 7, like they have done with Sancho. But in my opinion, I don't know. I could see 77. I could see him having 2 7s on the back for a year, maybe. Andreas Hansen, thank you so much for your super chat there, but I'd say 77. There's no confirmation right now that yet, though, Andreas. When we do know that, we'll let you know, though. Hopefully something comes out in regards to the squad number soon. But at this moment, we don't have any information in regards to anything concrete there. 7 or 9, says Jonathan Gallagher. Yeah, the problem with that is, though, Jonathan, as we've discussed, so the Premier League numbers are submitted. As far as I'm aware, they can't be changed between now and the end of the season. So he cannot wear... maybe in Europe he might be able to wear a different squad number, but not in the Premier League. So that is the problem. So I think it might have to be 77 in all honesty. Ronaldo is an exception. He'll get the 7, says Primot. Do you think they'll just break the rules of the Premier League to get him in? I like it. 91 Vanced, I love you too, man. He says, best day ever. It's up there. 28 when Ronaldo played for Sporting Lisbon. Oh, yeah, Lynette Giggs. That's a really good idea. And also Batman Night fan said that too. Very good point. 28 might be the one. That's a really interesting idea. I like that. Matthias Emmanuel says 28. Rushmano sent us another update here, guys. We've got some more information. Thank you, Rashi. So, Liam Canning's given us some info. Says, regardless if it makes sense from a footballing perspective, how can you as a Man United fan not be happy to see Ronaldo's return? Everyone knows Man United's priority should be a midfielder, but when an opportunity like this rises, you take it. Absolutely. Okay, so yes, basically what United are looking to do, it's understood we're not trying to rush into anything in the midfield right now. When I say rush into anything, I mean that's what we've not done this window. We've taken our time about it with the midfield. So we should still go out there and sign somebody between now and the end of the window. We've taken our time about it. We're trying to get a good deal. We're trying to get a bunch of business done. I still believe that we have a midfielder coming in before the end of this transfer window. Just a hunch, just a sizzling sensation. I don't know, can't really put my finger on it, but I've just got a little hunch that we're going to be bringing in a central midfielder, particularly a defensive-minded midfielder, in before the end of this transfer window. Ruben Neves would be fantastic. He's a great ball-playing midfielder as well, somebody that can play make and spray it around, and it's just a very cool customer on the ball. So yeah, that would be fantastic. Okay then, Nick Miller said with a $5 super chat, says if Martial leaves, they can do a number switcheroo, right? That's a good point. Yes, I think you're right about that one, Nick Miller said. I think you are right. They might not be able to take the 7 off Cavani, though, but they certainly could give the 9 to Ronaldo if Martial was to leave. That's a very astute comment you've just made there, Nick Miller said. I didn't even really think about that. They are probably looking at selling Martial too. I would be if I was in United shoes. You're going to hit the hay and dream about United. Hey, good night there, Dave the Gamer. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you watching this stream, sir. If you're new, everyone, make sure you twat that subscribe button. And we're only 10 likes away from 300 likes, so hit the like. And also click the little bell icon. There's a little bell there. It kind of looks like Luis Suarez's face. Click that bell emoji. And that way you'll get a notification when we post and go live with all these updates and stuff. So click the little bell like your name was Quasimodo. Esmeralda, the bells. 28 seems to be the popular choice for people. They think that's what number he's going to get. Rupert Meadows says, who do you think City will buy now? If I was them, I'd try and go all out for Erling Haaland. I honestly would. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know, I'm interested to see who PSG buy as well. In fact, there's a source that I saw earlier suggesting that Richarlison is another target for PSG right now as well. So, I mean, I don't know, to be honest. I think if I was City, I'd make a statement myself if I could and go and spend hard and try and bring in Erling Haaland right now. That's what I'd do if I was City, if it was possible. But of course, that might not be the case. They want so much money. Gary Finnegan says, if we get a CDM, could we win the title? Yeah, definitely. Marty J says, CR72. Thank you, Nikolai Petru, for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you, Nikolai. Welcome aboard the Bacon Express. Thank you, Ryan Mark Williams. Nice one. Chris Burns says, Martial for Nevers equals a win for me. Great point. I don't know if Martial would be doing that. I don't think Wolves would pay his wages. He's on 200 grand a week, this guy. Rushmano, thank you so much for the £5 super chat, pal. He comments and he says, if United can work CR7 in less than 24 hours, we can get another player in, says Rushmano. Precisely, yeah, that's right. I mean, that's it. If we can get it done, I mean, I think we've got 4 days. I see the ability. You look at how some of these transfers have moved so quickly. Ronaldo, you know, that's all got wrapped up in a space of 24 hours, or even less than that, really. So it's definitely possible for deals to be done quickly. And then we've got a few players that we could sell. You might see a few players sold very quickly. You could see West Ham just buy Lingard for 20 million. And we could see us get rid of another few players and generate another little bit of cash and sign a midfielder very quickly. A lot can happen in 3 or 4 days in the transfer market, in all honesty. So even though it might look like there's not that much time left now, still plenty of goings on to be had between now and the end of the window for Man United, both in terms of players going out and in terms of players coming in. Thank you, Roshmano. Get some watermelon sugar highs in the live chat. Andreas Hansen with a 50 super chat again. He says, can only get that near if we sell the player with the number. Oh, sorry. He can only get that number if we sell the player with that number, Cavani, to go. Wow, well, that's an interesting point, and that is a consideration. Like, that would solve some issues for United in terms of overclogging at the top of the pitch, and it would also solve that problem for the number 7 jersey. But I don't think we're going to want to get rid of Cavani. Cavani's been very, very impressive for us over the last 12 months. He's a very good player. He is aging, though. He's not exactly indispensable. Now we've got Ronaldo, let's be honest. But I wouldn't want to see that, to be fair. I think that maybe Martial, if he was sold, you could give one of the guys the number 9. But at this moment, I don't see Cavani going. I could be wrong on that one, though. I could be wrong on that one. You just never know. Cameron Ketch, thank you so much for the super chat, pal. Cameron Ketch says, the bells make me chuckle every time. Lynette Giggs says, Kane and Ron rejected City in 1 week. That's so true, isn't it? They ended up with a Villa player, Grealish, for 100 mil. Over 300 likes. Get in there, you legends. Thank you, guys, everyone, for hitting the like. Sabilo Brady can't. CR7 will get number 7. If Martial leaves, Cavani will take his jersey and CR7 takes his first choice. I think that's not the case, though, because, like we've said, the Premier League registration of the numbers is final. So, yes, if a player leaves, I suppose that vacant number can be taken. But unless that player who leaves is Cavani, how can Ronaldo take the number 7? Sir Greenwood, what's going on? Says, Danny Pig, can you ask Trav and Tonks to get me Ronaldo's shirt, please? They're rich, unlike me. I thought Tonks already offered to get you one before. I'm pretty sure he did, mate. He definitely did. Sean O'Riordan with a €5 super chat. Thank you, Sean. He comments, we need a CDM. This is a commercial signing that can backfire. Glazers fooling the fans once again. Shirts to be sold. Love your channel. Hey, thank you so much for that, pal. I appreciate that. I will use that. I like the beers and the takeaways there. I will use that €5 for some McDonald's or something, mate. Cheers, Sean. Yeah, you're right. It is a commercial signing. It's a business move. They know what this represents. They know the marketability of a player like Ronaldo. Yes, they're paying £480,000 a week. They will generate so much back in not just shirt sales. People go on about shirt sales, but I think that pales in comparison to some of the extra advertisements they can generate, some of the extra interest and sponsorship money they can get just by having a player like Ronaldo at the club. It just improves the profile of everything, having the most followed human being on earth playing for your team. It really does. So, yeah, I think it's just generally a great business move, Sean O'Riordan. But you're so right, though. Glazers fooling the fans once again. I mean, this is a paper over the cracks job. We know we're still hundreds of millions in debt. We know that they've dragged this club through the dirt and would have taken us right down the European Super League path if it wasn't for the sheer backlash of this great fan base. So, yeah, you're right. I mean, I can't get away from the fact we've still got shit owners, but at least they have put their hands in the pockets this window and tried to work and get this deal done. And you know what? Yes, okay, it is a good business move and it is a really great PR move, but I'm just happy about getting Ronaldo back, to be fair. I don't care how we've done it or why they've done it. I'm just so happy to have Ronaldo back. And that's generally how I feel about it. Thank you so much, Sean O'Riordan. He says, love your channel. Much love to you, Sean. Thank you so much. What a man. What a man. Andrikos, you just have to see Ronaldo's games from last year to see he's still a great player. Yeah, that's what I'm going to implore you all to do this evening, actually, lads and lassies. So, after this video's finished, go on YouTube and have a look at a compilation. I watched it earlier, and there's all of Cristiano Ronaldo's Serie A goals. Watch that. Because I'm sure a lot of you, like me, I might have watched a few games. You know, you saw the crazy headers, you saw some of the crazy goals. You go and watch some of the highlights because it's Ronaldo. But I'm not sitting there watching Serie A week in, week out and seeing him play every single week to tell you if he's doing it to a high enough, good enough standard every week. All I can go on is watching the goals that he scored, seeing the competitiveness in the league, and seeing the league table and the fact that top of the player stats, he is number one with 29 goals in Serie A last season. That's all I can go on. Is he still good enough? Yeah, I think so. I think so. The Portuguese Armada, says Jarvis Cocker. Spot on, sir. The Net Geek says Ronaldo can buy us Neves. Glazers sell to buy. Yeah, precisely. Got some players gone and reinvest it. It's not rocket science, is it? Trav, getting that goat emoji in there, sir. That's exactly what we've just bought. Neves or Basuma for me, says Josh Lee. Right, I'm going to get into the comment section now, guys. So we've pretty much gone through everything. So, you know, the medical is going to be completed soon. It's understood he'll be joining up with international duty with Portugal before coming back to United, because it's unlikely anything can be done before the Wolves game anyway. So he'll be a United player. Well, he is a United player, but he'll be a United player at Old Trafford, unveiled. I think there's some talk for the Newcastle game. There's some talk for the Newcastle game is what I'm hearing about at the moment. But that might be a little bit wishful thinking. We'll see. We'll see. We've seen some of the unveilings of the other players a little bit slow, haven't we? Like Varane's not been thrust in there in the last game. Sancho's been brought in slowly. But Ronaldo's a different kind of animal. Hey there, Wishfar Krish. Thank you, Wishfar, for subscribing to the channel. Welcome aboard the Bacon Express. Please keep your arms and legs and all other dangling appendages inside the vehicle at all times. MUTV will be showing all of the Ronaldo this week that he got, all of the Ronaldo goals he scored for us. All 112 of them. I actually think Ronaldo's going to end up with a much better ratio this time around at United, because he's playing up top there. Obviously he will. When he first started, he was a young lad and he's playing out in a wide position. He's not going to score as many goals. And he still, at that age, wasn't that player where he was at Real Madrid, where he's just like an all-maraudering, you know, ripping players apart, ripping teams apart type of player, making stuff happen from nothing. He still did that when he was an 18-year-old, but it's not like he was that ready, finished player at that age. So, you know, but because he's experienced, because he's actually the focal point of the team, he's the goal scorer now, he will rip apart that ratio that he showed before. That's not a fair ratio anyway. That's part of his development. The Premier League is a harder league to score in. You look at his Real Madrid record and it kind of makes a mockery of La Liga, because he's literally has a record of over a goal a game throughout hundreds and hundreds of games for Real Madrid. It's quite a remarkable record when you look at it, because not many players can average more than a goal a game in their appearances for any club in any league. So it's quite a remarkable stat that he's got there. I don't think he's going to get anywhere near that for United. But I think he should be looking at getting a ratio of, I don't know, 0.7, 0.8 per game, 0.7, 0.8 goals per game. You know, looking at around about getting 20-odd goals in the league throughout the Premier League campaign would be beautiful for me. 365 legends in here, man. 365 legends buzzing their tits off. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Set it to vibrate and finish yourself off. Man, it's a mangasm situation. Thank you for subscribing, Shubham Mina. Appreciate you as well. How many goals this season for Ronaldo? Shashmi, Shrestha, my prediction, 24 goals. 24 league goals. That's my prediction for Ronaldo. He scored 29 last year in the Serie A. He's missed 2 already this year in the Prem. I'm going for 24 league goals. We've also got Cavani. I don't know if Ronaldo's going to be playing every single week. We've got a lot of other competitions to play in as well. I'm saying 24 league goals is what Cristiano Ronaldo finishes up on in the league, if I had to guess. What about you, lads and lasses? The snowflakes can stop crying, says BTH, a.k.a. City fans. Should we give number 9 to Cavani from Marcia? Well, I want to do that, but I'm not so sure if we even can do that because of the league rules. So we were talking about that earlier, but then I think there are some league rules once you've submitted your numbers that say you can't do it, really. He is a pure winger in the start of his career. Now he is a number 9. Exactly, Wishfire. Yes, he's adapted his game. He was an out-and-out winger initially, and he was a young lad when he was at United. So you can't even look at his goals to games ratio at the beginning part of his career and take any basis from it, really. But that's why I think he's going to absolutely blitz apart that record anyway when he comes back playing at number 9 and with the experience he's got now. 25 in the league, says Travis. 25, says Lynette. I'm going for 30, says Peter Coveney. Wow. Waiting for one last dance, says Pranit Korala. Nanette Giggs says 25. LFC Lucifer says, I'm a nut. Crikey. 20 to 25 goals, says Shazad. Ricardo says 20. You've already put that, to be fair, Sir Greenwood, I think. Rushmire. Oh, right. Okay, nice. GTL Red says buzzing. Well, I don't know about that. You don't need more. You don't need more than one, do you? 28 league goals, 12 Champions League. Love it, Chris Burns. Adding to his tally as the all-time top goal scorer in the Champions League. I think he scored something ridiculous, like 138 Champions League goals. Let's just take a look. UCL all-time leading goal scorers. It's him and Messi are 1 and 2. I know that much. So let's take a look. Champions League. 134 goals. Cristiano Ronaldo has scored that's more goals than most people score in their entire bloody league career, and he's just done it in the Champions League. 134 goals in the Champions League. That's what we're dealing with here. The competition's all-time leading goal scorer. 14 more goals than Lionel Messi in the competition. And in third place, Lewandowski on 73 goals. Karim Benzema on fourth place with 71. Goes to show you the golfing class and what an unbelievable player Cristiano Ronaldo's been. When players like Lewandowski and Karim Benzema have only got 71 and 73 respectively. And Ronaldo's got 134. I mean, that tells you something, doesn't it? He's almost got double Karim and Lewandowski. What an unbelievable talent. Way above the likes of Raul as well, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible what he's done in his career, and he's only going to add to it. This is a legacy move for him. He loves the club, but he will be adding to it, hopefully, with a trophy or two along the way this season. And also, you know, hopefully impressing enough to maybe get a nomination for the Ballon d'Or again. He did win the Ballon d'Or once at Manchester United. He's going to have to do something like score close to 30 goals in the league if he's going to get a nod for a shout at the Ballon d'Or. But that's the sort of stuff he's looking at. He's all about the legacy. He's all about the accolades, and I love him. 329 likes, says Rushmana. That's insane. Let's see if we can get 350 then. So hang on, you're telling me we got 329 watching and 329 likes. I mean, that is an amazing ratio right there, isn't it? Case Slater says, get in CR7 legend. Because he's twice the player without trying to diss them. Awesome players. Very true, Peter. We've got literally the best player in the world. And he, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, is he twice the best? I mean, Lewandowski's an amazing player. He is though, isn't he? There's levels to this game. But seriously, Pig, if United sign a decent midfielder, then Ollie has zero excuses to make. You know what? They're too Meta. I actually think he's got zero excuses to make already, even if we don't sign a midfielder. He should still, with that team, be getting us competitive and challenging for that title. I do think it's got the added pressure of us actually going to have to win the league now, though. If we get a midfielder, yes, he's got to go and win the league. So, yeah, I mean, yes, you're so right. He's got to do that already, if you ask me. The pressure is on. He can't have a start like last season where, you know, by October, everybody's massively on his case and then he's playing catch-up and he's got to turn it around really, really quickly. And he can't have another season like that. We've got to really go for it this year. And this is a statement of intent by Ollie and the club. But we've got to hit the ground running, and he's got to hit the ground running. And, you know, whether or not we get a midfielder or not, really. Like, he's got limited time, Solskjaer. Now that he's had all the investment and all the faith shown in him, he has to repay that faith shown in him, really. Primot says he runs down the left. He runs down the right. That boy Ronaldo makes City look shite. As long as Ollie and Pogba is there, United had less chance of winning anything, says Prakash Kumar. I disagree with you on that one. I think Pogba's a quality player on his day. Problem is, his day don't come enough. Yeah, okay, fair enough. It's a point. He's disappointing overall for the career that he's had at United. But in the last 2 seasons under Ollie, he's been better. I have faith in Solskjaer's man management of Pogba that he can get more out of him. So, yeah, and I actually do believe Ollie is the man for the job. Prakash, I know a lot of people don't. You're obviously one of them. Fair enough. He hasn't really won anything. He's just won the Norwegian League with Molde. What does that really mean? It's nothing. And then he got sacked off with Cardiff, got them relegated. It's not exactly a great CV. But you know what he does have? He does have a great knowledge and a love for Manchester United. And that is all you really need. That's the most important thing. Certainly, if you've got some knowledge to go with it, some coaching acumen, and you have to remember this guy played under the greatest manager in the history of the game, in my opinion, Sir Alex Ferguson, for many a year, learning from the very best. He's done coaching roles at Manchester United. He's been developing for this role for years. And above that, if you actually look at his performance compared to Louis and Jose and David Moyes, the guys before post-Fergie, then he's better than all of them too, in my opinion. Maybe Jose with the trophies. Obviously, he did get us some trophies in his first season, but the style was shite and we just kept going downhill. So that was no good. Solskjaer's building this club for the future, and this is a little puzzle piece. It's a short-term fix, I know. This one's not a puzzle piece for the long term, but what it does right now is it offers us great leadership up top there, great goals, great character, and just an awesome goat of a player. So we're very fortunate to have him. We do need to strengthen other areas, but I think Ollie's actually doing a fantastic job, and I'm so happy he's our manager. I'd rather have a manager who's got passion and love for this football club than just some mercenary twat like Jose Mourinho, who's just coming in because it's a big payday and a big name and he gets a big golden handshake either way, whether he fucks up or whether he does a good job or not. I don't want something like that. I want somebody who loves this football club and who's got the best interest of this football club at heart and also understands the ethos of it. Jose didn't understand the ethos of this club. He had us playing proper defensive shite. He also wouldn't blood youngsters, nowhere to the degree that someone like Solskjaer has. Solskjaer, I can see what he's planning for the future. You look at the youth team, he means business for the future. Okay, so we have another bit of information here. Thank you, Rushminer, for the latest update. Manchester United believe that Cristiano Ronaldo had offers from several clubs, but as soon as United were interested, he ignored the others because he was so determined to return to Man United. The belief is that Ronaldo still loves the club and felt he had unfinished business. And this is a report by the Times. Exactly. This is how I was talking yesterday. I said if there was an offer from United, surely he'd go to United because he loves United. If we're offering just as much as anyone else, he would go to United. That is true. And that's how it turned out. And City were supposedly being offered him. There was no actual discussions that City had made any sort of an official bid. What it was, in my opinion, is George Mendes and maybe Ronaldo putting the feelers out there and just trying to make something happen with United or with another club. Or maybe there wasn't even the possibility of United to begin with, and they truly didn't feel like United were prepared to come knocking. Because if they didn't think that they'd come knocking, then maybe they just decided to talk to other clubs. In the end, that's been the catalyst for making Man United come knocking, and we have signed the best player in the world. Oh, it's beautiful stuff. It's beautiful stuff. Jarvis Cocker says it's not about Solskjaer in or out. The bickering needs to stop. Oh, you're so right, Jarvis Cocker, sir. I've had enough of all these Ollie outers and doubters and people coming in. Let's get behind the man. Let's let him do his job. He says it's all about supporting United with our passion, hearts and souls because it's time for number 21. Hashtag 21 incoming, please, guys. Patricia Nunez. Thank you, Patricia, for subscribing to the channel. Callum Galbraith, how you going? He says, enough of Man Pooper United, let's get on GTA. You schlag. Well, I will be back on later with some FIFA, guys. That's the plan this evening. We'll be back on later playing FIFA. I'm absolutely shattered, but it is Friday night FIFA night. It'd be rude not to jump on and do a bit of FIFA, wouldn't it? But there you go. United Prodigy says, CR7 has got his wish to return home for the last 2 years. Awesomeness. Kyron Kennedy says, Ollie outers out. Chris Burns says, why is there 5 dislikes? Mate, it's probably not trolls, actually. It's just City scummers. or just people who are very disappointed that Man United are doing bits again, i.e. Arsenal fans, Liverpool fans, or just some sad little melt. Levelo says, 21, get in there. Ollie outers meltless, says Jonathan Gallagher. Tushan Meta says, I was never an Ollie outer, but this is the last chance for him. he's got to get the full season. He needs the full season, and you know, depending on how we do, we'll gauge it at the end of the season whether or not he's deserving of this job. He's going to have to go very, very close, and if not close, win the thing to keep his job, though, based on who he signed. Jared Strider, I love that. He says, breaking news, Liverpool shitting themselves. That's so true, Jared. They must be, mate. This is such a nice acquisition by United. It's one that does strike a little bit of fear into the opposition, and because of that, it also gives us a lot of confidence, a lot of a boost in the squad and the dressing room. 41.7k subs, says Rushmano. You what? Bloody hell, guys. Well, thank you, everyone, for hitting that subscribe button. It's great to have you all aboard the streams and the channel. We do Man United streams every single day here, talking about all the latest goings on. We're in a no bullshit way, just covering all the latest news without any clickbait crap or anything. So if you are new to the channel, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe. We're nearly at 42,000 by all accounts. You what? 42,000 nearly. Well, not quite, but just over 41,700 now. So if you are new to the Bacon Brigade, get involved. Mason Gaming, you still won't win the Champions League. Says who, Mason Gaming? I've forgotten who you support, Mason Gaming. Who do you support, mate? Mike with a 14.99 super sticker, super chat says, just woke up in Australia, mate. This is what I'm saying. People waking up all around the world, looking at their phones going, what the fuck's going on? He says, just woken up in Oz, mate. Thought this must be a dream at first. Unbelievable news. Actually, let's do it in his voice. Crikey, mate. I just woke up in Oz. And I thought this must be a dream. At first, I thought this dingo was chasing us through the meadow in me dream, mate. And I thought there was like a horrible Pep Guardiola figure over in the distance, cooing Cristiano Ronaldo towards him. But in the end, I've woken up and he's a bloody red, mate. He says, unbelievable news. What happens to Cavani? I think Ollie would have swayed CR7's decision to re-sign. Excellent point. Oh, definitely. Solskjaer has that working relationship with Cristiano Ronaldo. They're friends. And also, just the different people associated with the football club that have been in contact with Cristiano Ronaldo that we know of. People like Rio Ferdinand and Patrice Evra. These are all guys that have an influence on him, and he's a legend of the club, and they're legends of the club, and definitely them reaching out and speaking to him would have had some emphasis on it. You know what? I love that. I don't know if you've seen it, guys. If you go to Bruno Fernandes's Instagram, there's a post, a graphic on there that he put on. It's absolutely beautiful and touching, and it just showed. It was just a cartoon of young Bruno Fernandes in his bedroom watching Cristiano Ronaldo play for Man United on TV. That's the age difference we're talking about. You know, there's 10-year difference here. By the time Cristiano Ronaldo was at United and a star, 21, 22 years of age, a world star, Bruno's only 10, 11 years old, 11, 12 years old. So that's an accurate representation of what was happening in Bruno Fernandes' life at the moment. And he put a caption there saying something like, you know, dreams really can come true or something like that. So literally he dreamed one day of playing with Cristiano Ronaldo, and then now, some years later, he's going to be stepping on the pitch alongside the great Cristiano Ronaldo, playing for Manchester United, playing alongside his boyhood hero. I mean, it's the stuff dreams are absolutely made of, guys. Bruno Fernandes, I fucking adore you, by the way. I absolutely love him. He's my favourite player, and he might be my favourite human. Up there, him and Marcus Rashford, you know, salt of the earth, these guys, absolute salt of the earth. I'm getting a fucking tear in my eye, guys. Mate, this is what an emotional day. Bruno Fernandes doing bits, Cristiano Ronaldo coming home. I mean, bloody hell, it's enough to make a grown man weep. Oh, check this out, guys. The Glazers will be loving this one. Thank you for the update, Matt Rush. So, shares in... I said this would happen earlier, and obviously it would happen. Shares in Manchester United have soared 9% after the football club announced a deal to re-sign Cristiano Ronaldo. As a result, the club's stock value increased around $300 million on the New York Stock Exchange. So the value of the stock of Manchester United, because of such an increase in surge of people buying stocks, and the value of the stocks in Manchester United because of this acquisition of Cristiano Ronaldo, the club value here, the valuation of the stocks on the New York Stock Exchange has risen about $300 million. Glazonomics, guys. I told you this was a great business move. It's not just about paying the $480 a week. It's a great business move in all different departments. The Glazers will be loving that one, won't they? By the way, thank you so much for that super chat there. Really appreciate you, Mike from Down Under. You absolute bloody Aussie legend. You must be buzzing about this one, pal. As is everyone. This is just the greatest day of my adult Manchester United life. Well, actually, how old was I in 2008? Yeah, I was an adult still then. I was 20. So, yeah. So that was pretty fucking awesome too. But yeah, this is a great day. I mean, it's not. I mean, 2013, we did win the Premiers and stuff, but this just feels. I don't know. Seeing Ronaldo come back, this is like a great day. It's like Ronaldo Day. Hashtag Ronaldo Day. What were you doing on the 27th of August, 2021, on Ronaldo Day? You know what I mean? It's that kind of day, guys. Sin Game says maybe now the Glazers see the benefits of getting marquee signings. It might be the start of things to come. Yes, I think there's loads of benefits to it, as we've discussed. Not just the increase in the value of the club on the stock exchange, like they've just seen, but also, you know, advertising, sponsorships, more interest on your team and your players and from your fan base, and more money being spent on it because of it. It all adds up and it all makes sense. It's a great business move, this one. Hey, thank you for subscribing, Nick Shooter and Cinematic Football and Mason Gaming. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel, guys. Hank Homer says, is Pogba staying or leaving? My personal opinion is he will stay. Fabrizio Romano said that he'll stay. Man United will probably fold and give him the contract that he wants because he is an important player to us right now and we're struggling for midfielders. Free kicks outside the box for number 7 between CR7 and Cavani, says Jared Strider. Wow. Well, there's Bruno Fernandes, who's a free kick maestro as well. Rashford likes a cheeky little free kick. We've got some set piece maestros now. You know what? This might be a little bit of a controversial thing that I'm about to say. But I don't even really like Ronaldo that much on free kicks. Now, I know he's got that crazy knuckle puck technique. In fact, he basically popularised that modern day knuckle puck technique, the Ronaldo technique. I've seen him score some unbelievable free kicks. You know that one where, oh man, I mean, the most unstoppable free kick. Who was it against, guys? My goodness me, my brain is gone. You know the one at Old Trafford, he literally screams, he goes, afterwards, you know that one? Who was it against? Somebody remind me. I've got such a bad memory. But anyway, that goal was insane. That, you know, he's great free kicks, but I don't think he's the most dependable, the most accurate with his free kicks. I'm just going to put that out there now. His knuckle pucks, I mean, they're all over the gaff. Portsmouth, yes, Portsmouth. There you go. It was Pompey. That's the one. Yep, absolutely. What, the one where it's literally like unstoppable. He's just binged it up and down over the wall, and it's finished just as far right as you can get in the top right hand corner with so much power on it. Literally, the goalkeeper only had this amount of time to do this. That's all he could do in the time. That's all he could do. So he's definitely got the ability, don't get me wrong, but I think if you probably were to go and analyse the statistics in terms of conversion rates for free kick chances to goals, I would imagine his isn't that great. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I've just got a feeling that he's not the most accurate of goal scorers when it comes to free kicks. But I do love it, you know, I do love his style and everything. 4 likes away from 400 big boys, guys. Smash the thumbs up if you're just getting involved. We're going to do it. Porto and Portsmouth. Well, the Porto goal was from open play, but that was one of the most ridiculous goals I've ever seen in my life. That banger from distance, just in open play. He's just gone, yeah, bing. I mean, he had no right to shoot from there. That's what I'm saying. That's why he's special. He's one of the only people that could score a goal like that. Cavani or Ronaldo as strikers, says Sin Games. To me, it's got to be Ronaldo. As good as Cavani is, and as good a movement he brings to the team and all the different aspects that he brings to the team, Ronaldo's the GOAT. Ronaldo, there's levels to this game, sadly. Cavani's still going to have a great role in the team, I hope. One thing I will say is it does give us options in the team. Cavani, to me, is somebody that's played second fiddle to another striker quite a lot throughout his career. At PSG, he had Zlatan Ibrahimovic alongside him. Zlatan's the main focal point. Cavani often played alongside him in a sort of like front two, but sometimes he'd be out there in a wider position in a 3 or something. Same goes for Uruguay when they have Diego Forlan and Luis Suarez and these guys. So it's not like Cavani cannot play in a wider position if needed. That's actually a really good point. Nobody's even talked about playing Cavani on the right or something. I know that sounds a bit mental, but it's not like he's not done it before. Although he's a bit older, his mobility's not as good. He's a striker. He's best at number 9 for me, Cavani, which is a problem because we've got Ronaldo there. Thank you, Culture Soldier Geese. Great return, Piggo, on your likes. Nice one, guys. Thank you very much, everybody who's done that. Yes, really appreciate everyone who's shown the support by leaving a like on it. Chris Burns comments, what about the free kick against Arsenal in the Champions League? Oh, I mean, he has scored some incredible goals, this guy. Oh, that free kick from miles out. I know the one you mean, yeah. The binger at the near post. Ooh. Imagine Cavani and Ronaldo in two-striker formation, says Sing Games. Yeah. Yeah. You know how sometimes we've played like a 5-2-1-2 or something in those defensive games? Not very often we play a 2 up top there, but we have done it to stretch the opposition. I could see them doing a great job in that sort of a formation for us as and when needed. I don't want to see us playing defensive like that, though, but I'm just saying, like any formation with a 2, it's a shame 4-4-2 is not really a thing these days. Football sort of evolved and changed from the 90s where it was all about the 4-4-2. And you had 2 strikers and you had 2 backups, and that's how it was. It's changed a lot since then. Pig, would you play with Cavani and CR7 up top and Bruno behind them, or bench Cavani and play Ollie's favourite 4-2-3-1? It seems a shame to waste Cavani, but yeah, I mean, if you're trying to get the best players on the pitch possible, then you try and accommodate Cavani in the team, you really do. But if you are going for Ollie's 4-2-3-1, then the best team doesn't have Cavani in it, I'm sorry to say. If it's a 4-2-3-1 formation, you've got the back 4, you've got whatever combination of 2 holding midfielders you want, and then the forward 4 players, it's going to have to be, on paper anyway, the best selection would be Rashi, Bruno and Sancho with Ronaldo up top. So on paper anyway, Cavani's second string now for me at United, as crazy as that sounds. Ryan Mark Williams says, the pig racing to buy Ronaldo's shirt like the Stig. Well, look, don't judge me. I just feel like it's been a long time since I bought one, and because of the ambition shown by the Glazers and the club, on this one occasion, I want to get one. You can call me a wanker if you want, fair enough. I mean, I'd probably call myself a wanker. In fact, I called all those people who bought Jadon Sancho shirts a wanker because I didn't agree with it, because it's just sheerly papering over the cracks. So, you know, I am a wanker, I suppose. I haven't got one yet, but I am pretty much going to get one. I Don't Care Media says, thank you, Flying Pig, for having this dope platform. You are part of my historical biblical memory of this Ronaldo comeback. Something I will tell my children about. Get in. You're a legend, I Don't Care Media. Thank you so much for being a part of it on this channel today as well, man. G-Wolf United Gaming says, every time everyone thinks Ollie isn't the right manager, the more he signs a top player. So keep it coming, as by the time Ollie's finished, we'll get get top 11 and some subs. That's right. Keep criticising, keep saying he's no good, keep saying he can't mastermind any great transfers, and then watch what he does. So true, G-Wolf. Diamond with 2 strikers. There's loads of formations we can play to get them in. That's a fair point. Yeah, no, you are right. A diamond with 2 strikers. There is. I like the option. I like we've got the possibility. I mean, how great would it be to have Ronaldo and Cavani on the pitch at the same time? I agree. Let's loan Donny van der Beek to Arsenal. They are our friends. Let's not hate Arsenal because of Arsenal Fan TV, says Lou Man. Are they our friends, really? I guess we're sort of brothers in shithouse owners. That's what we are at the moment, and we're also like, we've got this common ground that we're owned by shacklers. When you look at City and Chelsea and these guys, they're owned by sugar daddies. We're not, and Arsenal aren't. That's all we've really got in common with Arsenal, though, if you ask me. And even now, it's looking different. I mean, we're signing Ronaldo for like 23 million euros, and we're signing Varane for 43 million euros, and they're signing Ben White for 50 million pounds. I mean, it doesn't bear thinking about how shite their recruitment has been this summer. 428 likes. Arsenal fans be scared whilst Juve swooping for Aubameyang. I heard that rumour yesterday as well, that if Juventus did indeed sell Cristiano Ronaldo, that they would be looking at getting in Aubameyang. I did see that rumour too. I hope it's true. Off you go, Donny, to Arsenal, said Jonathan. You hate Donny, don't you, Jonathan? It's so funny. He hasn't even really had that much of a chance yet. Jonathan hates him. Gary Finnegan says, I love the way Ollie played it cool yesterday, saying Ronaldo knows where we are if he wants us. Sent chills. So true, definitely. Sent super chills, and then literally an hour later, done deal. Vincent Mokua says, we should win this year's title. I hope you're right, Vincent. Yeah, there's no excuses. No excuses not to do it now. He's got the squad capable. If we get a midfielder as well, he's really got the squad capable. Rip Arsenal, says Finley Halpin. Janice says, Pig, we could play 4-4-2 with Cavani and CR7 strikers, Rashi and Jadon wingers, and Bruno and Pogba mids. That's great. Yeah, I like the idea of it, but 4-4-2, not a lot of players, not a lot of teams play 4-4-2 anymore, though. You know, it's a strange one. Ajit XD says Basuma is a cheap player. Man United can go for him, and Red Devils are title contenders. Yeah, probably £30 million you might be able to get Basuma for from Brighton. You're right, that'd be a good signing. Football nerd, who takes the penalties now? Oh, wow. Bit of phlegm there, sorry. Got a bit of a chest on me. Crikey. Who takes the penalties? It's got to be CR7, doesn't it? Ronaldo will take the penalties, is more senior. Who takes the penalties for Portsmouth? Sorry, Portugal. Who takes the penalties for Portugal? I'm guessing it's Cristiano Ronaldo when he's on the pitch, right? I prefer Bruno on free kicks and pens, says Finley. I'd probably prefer Bruno on free kicks, in all honesty, yeah. CR7's missed a few pens recently, says the real Clammy. Interesting. So it's quite... Who would you rather take your penalties, guys? Bruno or CR7? In my opinion, it will be CR7 taking them, and Bruno Fernandes will just back up there then. People are going to have to stop calling him Bruno Fernandes now. Gungshi says Bruno will place the ball on the spot for him. He's got to do something to maintain that Bruno Fernandes moniker, doesn't he? Bruno all day, says Sin Games. Bruno, says J Blood. Bruno until he misses, says Rushmano. Shazad says both. I can't see it. I know that Bruno's been here a while now, and he is our Portuguese Magnifico, and he's the penalty taker. And actually, his record for taking penalties at United is brilliant. Really, really good record. I always feel confident Bruno going up. He's missed a couple, but I always feel really confident Bruno stepping up. I just can't see Ronaldo not taking the penalties, though. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. He takes the pens. That's what I feel. Bruno is ice cold on penalties. True, Chris Burns. Yep. Bruno will take the free kicks. CR7 the pens, says Football Nerd. I could see something like that worked out. That makes a lot of sense. CR7 for pens outclass Messi, says Lynette Giggs. Absolutely. Dave Lucas says, Sue! Rock, paper, scissors for Bruno and CR7, says the real Clammy. Piggy, want to do some GTA shenanigans tonight? But I can't really, Aaron. I've got to do a FIFA streaming in a bit, mate. So it's been a non-stop day for me. This is my third United news stream today, keeping up to date with all the latest goings on. And then I'm going to do a FIFA stream in about 45 minutes or so. So I'm really not going to have the time, unfortunately, Aaron, Mr. Aaron Homeyard. I haven't played any GTA for like a couple of weeks, man. Hank Homer says, what's your only... Because I've just been too bloody busy with brother's been here and stuff as well for 5 or 6 days. So, you know. Sin Games, maybe the one who is closest to the ball takes the pen, says Sin Games. Thank you, Playboy1625, for hitting that subscribe button and getting involved. We're nearly at 500 likes on this evening's stream. Ryan, Mark Williams, Bruno, Ronaldo, Rashi and Shaw set pieces look scary. Oh my God, we are spoilt for choice. Yeah, add Kieran Trippier to it. If we sign Kieran Trippier as well this summer, which could happen. Crikey, I mean, take your pick. We've got serious set piece deliverers right there. You'll be shattered tonight. Yeah, I am mentally drained, actually, Kate Cadet. You'd be surprised. I mean, listen, my granddad was a fucking coal miner. So, trust me, it's not hard sitting online and talking about Man United. In fact, it's a pleasure, guys. But it is still a bit mentally draining, just reading and chatting and all that kind of stuff. So, you'd be surprised how much it takes out of you, actually. But it's not like fucking coal mining or... I remember I used to work in a call centre on the phone for fucking 8 to 9 hours a day, non-stop rabbiting, talking shite. That's much fucking harder than this. 1K votes on your poll. Wow, that's crazy. Let's have a look at the answers to the poll then. Let's see. So, over 1,000 people have voted. Who would you like United to sign in midfield? 34% of you. I'm going to end the poll there. It's pretty clear, actually. There is a clear winner. 34% of you would want to see Ruben Neves sign for Manchester United. It's pretty close, though. 25% Declan Rice, 22% Saul, and 18% Bissouma. So it's pretty close, but definitely Ruben Neves leading the way in terms of United fans wanting to come into the club. That makes a lot of sense because of the Premier League experience, the right age he is as well. He's only 24, and the Portugal connection with Cristiano Ronaldo. It just makes perfect sense. Thank you for subscribing there, Nassim Bucharest. Dave Lucas says, I feel like they'll share them. Say Ronaldo won a pen, he'd take it. And if Bruno won it, he'd take it. They may have a system in place by which certain players winning the pen will equate to even. That's a really good point, Dave Lucas. That does happen quite a bit. You're right. Or maybe they'll just like alternate. You took this one, so I'll take the next one. You took the last one, so I'll have the next one. Kind of makes sense. Ethan Malins, GG's to you too, sir. Plus the glaring lights beaming down on you. That's true. Yeah, it takes out your eyes there. Reminds me of Rooney, Park, Ronnie against Arsenal in the Champions League semi-finals, doesn't it, Giggs? Get in. We've got a Galactico forward line now, don't we? A truly Galactico forward line. It is amazing. Fat Ronaldo says Neves, we know, could be world-class and is already in the Prem. Yeah, you can't put a price on that Premier League experience, can you? There's always a worry when a player comes over from a different league that it's going to be an adaptation period to a new footballing culture. Sometimes it doesn't work out too well for players. Henrik Mkhitaryan, Shinji Kagawa, a couple of them just spring to mind. Shite, aren't they, in the Prem? Good in another league, shite in the Prem. Whereas, you know, if you're getting a player who can do it in the Premier League, he can come and do it for your team in the Premier League also. Imagine Ronaldo's price on FIFA 22. That's one thing we're going to have to do later in the stream, perhaps. Maybe we have to get Ronnie in the side. Maybe we have to bring Ronnie home. Congrats. Thank you, sub to Flying Pig United. It's going to be sweeter when United bottle top 4. Don't be silly, you city melt. You're just bitter now. You're just bitter. Yes, mate, definitely can. Maybe Pogba could against lesser teams and he could go left mid sometimes. Good point, Travis. Yeah, Pogba on the left is good. You're right about that. Case Slater says, honestly, Maguire shouldn't hold the captaincy. But now that he has it, they're not going to take it off him for Ronaldo, but Ronnie will be a leader. So true. What a point. Yeah, now we've not only got one great candidate for captain, more so than Slabby Maguire in Bruno, but we've also got Cristiano Ronaldo. What a candidate for captain he would be also. I say give it to CR7 in all honesty. Screw Slabby. I like Slabby and he is a decent leader, but I don't think he's as good as a leader or as good as a player. And I think your captain should be a top-class player as well. You know, I look at some of the United captains over the years. Not all of them have been like the most technically gifted, though. Some of them have just been really great leaders and characters. That's true. But I like a captain like, say, Brian Robson. You know, somebody who's both. Somebody who's a great leader, but also somebody who's just a great player. Like, who's a super-duper player. That's what I like my captain to be. Whereas Maguire, no disrespect, I think he's a good player. But is he world-class? I'm not. I'm going to say no. But that's just my opinion. I know a lot of you guys think that he is. We do need a Ronaldo emoji, Cake Cadet. I'll work on it. Poll, please, for captain, says Ryan Mark Williams. Okay, fair enough. Let's get a little cheeky poll. Captain Slabby. He's our hero. Slabby Maguire. Go on then. I'll get a quick poll up. Slabby Maguire. Ronaldo. Bruno. Okay, fair enough. It's a very good point, actually. I don't think that Solskjaer will take it off of Harry Maguire. I just want to put that right out there at the start. If he was going to do it, there was a perfect opportunity after Slabby had been off in Mykonos fighting the police, where he could have taken the captaincy off of him and given it to Bruno then. He didn't. He chose to stick by Slabby. He obviously sees that leadership quality in Slabby, and he wants Slabby to be the captain. So I don't think he's going to take the captaincy off of Maguire. But in my ideal world, I see Ronaldo being the captain, or even Bruno being the captain. I think they're better candidates for captaincy than Maguire. That's what she said, says Rushmano. Hey, thank you, Ian Dawn. Hope all in here are subscribed, especially you newbies. The pig deserves it, guys. Oh, thank you, Ian Dawn. That's very kind of you, sir. Yeah, if you are new, do what Ian Dawn says. There's a little red subscribe button there, which is free to hit. And once you hit that, it will put me in your sub box so you can keep up to date with what's going on. So do hit that subscribe if you're new. Also, if you're new to the channel in general, you may not have seen the website. The website is unitedflyinghigh.com. There is a link in the description, actually. You can actually read all your Manchester United daily news. It's a no bullshit, regularly updated website. So that's a good place for your news as well. Rio Ferdinand has become our sporting director, says Lou Man U. What time is FIFA, says Nigel. You voted Bruno, says, so Nigel, my FIFA's probably going to be, crikey, mate. I mean, time marches on sometimes on here chatting with you legends. It's almost 11 now. I need to eat something. So probably, I'm going to say 11:45. I'm going to say 11:45, Nigel, for some FIFA action. Forgive me if it's 11:50. You forgot about Varane for captain also. That's a good point, Sing Games. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Good point. Centre half always works best as captain, says Fat Ronaldo, because he watches the whole team in front of him all the time. Easier to command. Fair point, Fat Ronaldo. I would make the same argument for a central midfielder being a best candidate for a captain, because he's up and down most of the pitch, and he's got communication abilities in all areas of the pitch. I actually like a midfielder being captain, but I know what you're saying. The centre back makes sense. He does see everything that is in front of him, so it's a fair point. Bruno is the captain. Ronaldo's just a great player, and Maguire's protected by the media, who seem to rate him as a United player. His best attribute is his attendance. That's called turning up for work, says Andrew Cos. Pig, honestly, I think Varane is top, and I hope he helps Maguire to improve because he's average, in my opinion. He will. I think Varane's a class player. I think he will help Maguire. But Maguire, I think he's better than average. Look how great he was for England in the World Cup. I mean, you're not an average player if you put in those sorts of performances. He was great for England. He really was. I just want to see him do it regularly for United. I mean, look at that Southampton game. He's made a couple of really questionable areas where you're like, you just don't see that from a top-class centre-back. Phil Jones for Captain Sick Note, says Rushmano. Did you see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's response to some of Rio Ferdinand's comments about Phil Jones still being at the club? Ollie was defending Phil Jones, actually, and basically saying that, you know, he's had problems, been injured and all this stuff, and he's a good lad, and blah, 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 blah. I don't see a place at the club for Phil No Bones Jones. Billy Big Bollocks equals captain, says Suhas. Hyphenarian says, we all need to do now is buy the Boston Dynamic robot for our defensive midfielder, and we're invincible. Oh, that four-legged thing. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Thank you, Nassim, for subscribing. Right, okay. Maguire's no better than Lindelof, says Zenlol. They've got different strengths. I think Lindelof's very good, ball player. So is Maguire, actually. But I think that Maguire's just better in the air. Like, Lindelof's in the air is very bang average. Maguire's really good in the air. But one-on-one defending and just like covering ground and positioning and just being able to get back once you've been found out in a wrong position, he's not great at any of that. Poor Jones says the special one. It could have been so different, couldn't it? In an alternate reality, Phil Jones is like Maldini now. In an alternate reality, it could have all been so different for old poor Phil Jones. Football nerd, I don't see Martial getting anywhere near the first team now, really. Maybe now while Rashford's still out, but after that, no. I don't see how he gets in the first team. I think best option for United, sell the guy, cash in, get a couple $100K off the books a week, and reinvest it in a midfielder. That's what I do now. Lindelof might as well be 5'6", says Travis. I know, he's like a big, strong lad. He's a strapping lad, but he's piss poor in the air. I think Lindelof has the bigger brain in defence, says Yenlol. Yeah, I think if you look at Lindelof's intelligence on the ball, I've said this many times about him, I think he'd make a great CDM. What I don't like about him is his ability to defend like aerial battles and things like that. He's not robust or as strong or good enough in that area for the Premier League. But passing the ball, vision, holding the ball, and that kind of stuff, he's excellent at. He's a great ball-playing defender, but he's not a great defender, and that is what United need. Hashtag Martial out, says Jordan Griswold. Hey, we've got another update from Matty Rushmano. Thank you, just in off the vine. Let's take a look. So, Fabrizio Romano has just tweeted a minute ago. Oh, okay, interesting. Yes, I did hear the key link. So let's just, I'll just show you this very quickly, guys. Fabrizio Romano's just giving us a little update here. It's not anything to do with us majorly, but let me just show you what the plan is. So here we go. Fabrizio Romano just tweeted out here. As you can see, let me make it a little bit larger for you. Juventus have no interest in Pierre Aubameyang, no contact or talks as of now. Negotiation ongoing with Everton for Moises Kean as priority if conditions will be agreed in the next hours. Kean would be happy to come back to Juventus. Quite interesting. So, you know how we were talking about Aubameyang maybe being rumoured for Juventus if Ronaldo was sold? Well, Romano's just put an end to that and said that Juventus have no interest in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, no contact or talks as of now anyway. So I guess that could change, but right now it doesn't seem like there is much interest from Juventus in Obama's. Negotiations, though, for Everton for Moises Kean, though, are coming to a head. So that's quite interesting. Luman Yu says, can I super chat using Tanzanian shillings? I think you can, yeah. I think you can super chat from most countries in the world. I'm not too sure, though. United Prodigy says, would be just over the moon if we get one more deal in, Neves preferably, or any decent CDM. And that would be the best transfer window in donkey's years. Totally agree with you. If we got Neves as well now, that's the best window I can remember for a long time. I mean, there was a window. Who was it under, guys? Was it Louis? There was a window when we signed, what was that window when we signed Schneiderlin and Schweinsteiger and some other players? Remember that window? That was a pretty good window on paper. It didn't pan out that way. But I do remember one window where we sort of signed a lot of good players. Who did we sign that window, guys? Come on. I can't remember. Don't ask me. Yes, get in there, Dan Cotter. Hyphenarian, I'd take beautiful Turin over cruddy Everton as well, says Hyphenarian. Shazad Ahmed, what are you on about, Lou, man? Shazad Ahmed's a goat. Andrikos says many players change clubs and just don't work out. It's just the way it is. This isn't Ollie's chance to prove himself. It's Maguire's. I respect that. I respect that. Saul is available on loan only if we get him from Chelsea's hands. Spot on, football nerd. Could there be another deal hijacking on the cards? We've stolen Ronaldo from City. Could we steal Sal from Chelsea? But actually, I'm with Joshua Asimwe. I want Ruben Neves. I wonder if Martial goes to Everton and Man United sign Neves. Great call, G-Wolf United. You see, it's all coming together. And we've heard that Everton have an interest in... PSG have an interest in Richarlison. That's what we've heard also. So, hey, look, that's actually quite an interesting idea. Tony Martial to Everton. You heard it here first from G-Wolf. Di Maria, Falcao, Rojo and Blind. Nani, Tevez. Oh, okay, yeah, that was a great window. Di Maria, Falcao and Rojo. Falcao, Di Maria says Sing Games. Yeah, nice. Okay, so that was LVG. Fair enough. So there was, there was some good windows, but that's nothing compared to this window. This window's insanely good. Future star Sancho, one of the best centre-backs in the world, Varane. And Cristiano Ronaldo, the GOAT, coming in one window is unprecedented. It's unbelievable. And if we still get another central midfielder, it truly will be the best transfer window I can remember. Hey, Chuffed. Thank you very much, Chuffed, for getting in here and becoming a member of the Bacon Brigade. Welcome aboard to the Bacon Express. Thank you so much, Chuffed, for being a member of this channel once again, sir. Everybody, put your favourite Bacon Brigade emoji, all the channel members. Welcome, Chuffed, to the channel membership. We've got another member of the Bacon Clan. The Piggy Posse grows larger. Hamada, assemble! The Gammon Gang is strong. Chris Barker says, Kanchelskis, what a player. Best window ever, says Ryan Mark Williams. Thank you, Chuffed. I really appreciate that, pal. Oh, we're nearly at 500 likes, guys. We've got to hit 500 before the end of the stream. Tom Heaton too, says Rushmano. Vera and Vidic, great January window. Oh, what a great January that was. Yeah, Vidic coming in there from Spartak for piss all. Antoine Wendo, bye. See you later as well, Antoine. Thanks for watching and getting in here. The United Man, how you going there, Shane, man? Shane, by the way, this guy, the United Man, what a great lad, Shane. He's going to be doing a whole bunch of bits for this channel very soon, guys. The United Man, Shane, check him out. Real nice guy. He says, my brother, bring back Jemba Jemba. We will be the best winner ever. He says, keep pushing for the CDM. Hashtag done, pig. Hashtag bison. Hey, thank you so much, United Man. Yeah, we've got some stuff coming, guys. We've got some stuff coming. Me and the United Man going to be doing some bits on this channel soon. So keep a look out. Thank you. Great to see you in here, Shane. Hope you're doing good, mate. And you must be buzzing about this Ronaldo news as well. Jonathan Dolby says, this just shows we can do deals quick. So why did Sancho take 14 years to complete? Borussia Dortmund asking a shitload of money on that one, weren't they? It was the perfect storm in Ronaldo. He wants away. He's refusing to play. Juventus are going to lose him for nothing if they don't cash in. So it was the perfect storm. Whereas Dortmund were in a much more stronger position. Nice triple snort there. Thank you, Gangshilioni. I guess I better end this stream eventually, guys. It's almost too hard to end it because there's so many legends asking questions. But I'm going to have to end it. Otherwise, we're never going to get on FIFA. It's already 11:02. What's the starting lineup for United? Playboy, it's tough to say, really, but if it was a 4-2-3-1, I would go with Luke Shaw, Maguire, Varane, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Nemanja Matic, Pogba, Rashford, Bruno, Sancho, and Cristiano Ronaldo up top. But that's on the current midfield. If we could get Neves in, then I'd absolutely take out, Matic and maybe even play a different formation, ideally. Nice, guys. We hit 500 likes. Thank you, Vutinator. Viva Ronaldo, says the K Cadet. Yeah, we won the Champions League. Nani, Hargreaves and Tevez as the net gigs. I love it. I love it. Abdi Libax, what is Ollie talking about Rio and Phil Jones? He was just defending him because Rio basically was just criticising the fact that he's still here and he's not being played and what's he even doing pretty much. And Solskjaer was just saying, Rio should have called me pretty much. And he just said that he's been injured for the last 19, 20 months and he feels bad for the lad. And I can't remember. I only watched it briefly, but it's something along those lines. Yes, Aaron, FIFA in a little bit. I'm going to have to go, though, so thank you, everyone, for getting in. I do have a Fantasy Football League, Chris Burns. I don't have the code to hand, though, but if you go to my Twitter, Flying Pig United, and just scroll down a little bit, you'll find it, mate, and you'll be able to auto-join. I should have put that in my community tab, shouldn't I? I've had a mare with that one. Jonathan Dolby, Mystic Meg predicted this. They call me Mystic Pig, because I predict these things. Dana, Cristiano Ronaldo, baby. It's red panty night. Break out the red panties. We signed Cristiano Ronaldo. 3 people died tonight sign Cristiano. Guys, I'm going to leave it there then. Abdi Leebax, Andrew Cos, Ryan, the special one, Rush Marno, Lou Man, Chris Parker, Liam Lavelle, you legend. What's going on? Love that we used City to smoke UV out. Go on, Liam. Pranit Karana, good night to you too, my man. Thank you for watching. Best wishes. Dan McGill, Ryan, Pranit, Trav, the special one, Aaron, United Prodigy, Dan McGill, Jordan Griswold, Abdi Leebax, the Vootinator, Rushy, and everybody. Thanks for joining. Don't go anywhere though. Once this video's finished, you can come back and have your say in the Not Live comment section and have a debate with all these legends and get your final thoughts and opinions in the Not Live comment section. Who won the poll, Travis? Let's take a look, sir. Who won the poll? So who do you want to see as Manchester United's captain? Wow, there you go. I asked you in the live chat, guys, who Manchester United captain should be. 49% of the vote goes to Cristiano Ronaldo, CR7. Is there a better leader? Is there a more accomplished player with as an impressive a CV in the game? Not really. Certainly not Slabby Maguire, who got 35% of the votes. There you go. Cristiano Ronaldo's the GOAT. CR7 for captain. Get in there, my son. Who's got the link for the FIFA stream? Actually, just come back to the channel in about 40 minutes or around about that, and I will be live. So keep a lookout. FIFA in about 45 minutes time. Yeah, I've got to go grab some food quick, and I'll be back on smashing up fools on FIFA. We might even try and get Ronaldo in the team just for fun. Great stream, guys. Once again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you've hit the subscribe. It is free to do so, and click that little bell so you get notified. Esmeralda, the bells. And also follow us on the website, unitedflyinghigh.com. Link in the description. Follow us on social media. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook is Flying Pig United. Good night, guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, for all this breaking news that we've got on this channel. It's been a truly inspirational day for me on a personal level. Hanging out with you guys, it's been a very, what's the word, humbling day for me, having all you hundreds of people watching all day. And it's also been just an exciting day, seeing Manchester United signed Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a dream come true, guys. So I'm so happy. I'm so happy to have shared it with you all. And I can't wait to see Cristiano Ronaldo back at Old Trafford, smashing fools up week in, week out, and watching these games with you guys on the channel. Thank you all. Have a great evening. See you soon. Thank you, Jonathan Dolby, Charlie, Sing Games, Kivs, Big God Bob. I've got it in top chat. Are you telling me I've had this in top chat the whole time? There's probably loads of people I missed. Sorry, guys. Simon Cowie, Batman Night Fan, I Don't Care Media, Ezzy Word at All, Gungshi, Rushi, Forhad, Shazad, Fami, Abdullah, and all the rest of the viewers. Thanks for watching. All the channel members, much love to you guys. All the moderators, thanks for being in here and keeping this live chat a safe and a nice environment for people to hang out in. Have a great night, guys. I'll be back tomorrow with all the latest breaking news. Hopefully United have some more business to come. I'm not ruling out a central midfield signing, and you better not either, because United could surprise you in this window. We mean business. See you tomorrow, guys. Thanks for watching, and CR7 is a red. It's official. It's done. It's a steal. It's a deal. It's the sale of the freaking century. Let's be having you. See you tomorrow, guys.